distance phone relationship because she's done that before.
Oh, you're talking about, so I gotta introduce, I'm sorry to interrupt you, baby. So you see people, and then date, whatever. These are my beautiful friends. Well, beautiful ladies. I don't even know how to call them. Lovers, friends. And this is me. And I have to translate it, потому что многие не понимают по-русски, то есть по-английски. Это девушки красивые. Надо здрасте сказать. Hi, how are you? Because they complain, some of them, because it's geared toward Russian people, they complain that I speak English. Then they complain that I chew. Right, whatever. We're gonna make fish. So what were you saying?
I was saying that your lover, that's in Russia.
Lover? I never seen the lady.
You've never seen her?
Never seen her, not before, not after. Мы говорим сейчас, she may be watching this. Это Оксаночка для тебя, мы про тебя говорим. So I'm gonna address her. Что ты исчезла куда-то. Оксана исчезла. She disappeared. Must be upset. So now I'm upset too. Я тоже обижен. Or I don't know why she's upset, but I'm upset because she's upset. Or not. Короче, вот так вот, так некрасиво. And we spoke about this. I never met the lady. She's very nice. She's very nice, but she's in Saratov. That's a city in the middle of Russia. Volga is the river. I don't know if you heard of Volga. Whatever. So she was thinking of visiting me, and then with hopes of staying and like having something serious, meaning like family. Sorry. Now my polygamous ideas, she doesn't really embrace them. No, I mean she says it's stressing her brain. I'm not surprised at that. Полигамия не нравится Оксане. So but you see, this is the point. She's had another relationship like that. But what was this? Why did I even bring that up? It doesn't matter. So how did we meet? See, I would like for people to understand we're open-minded people, and it's not a problem. You haven't hit me that many times yet, right?
I haven't hit you at all.
At all. See, меня даже не бил. We had a drink in the restaurant that's next door, and is it too loud? So how did I'm curious? How did that make you feel? The proposition, the idea of me inviting you first of all over to our humble abode. And then seeing that there is another lady here, which again, for us, but I want them to hear, потому что люди не понимают. People no puede entender. They don't get it. And I don't understand what's so, I mean, I get it, it's not easy, but надо понять, we have to understand that people are different.
Well, everybody's always going to question what they don't understand either, you know.
Question.
Yeah.
See how this lady is so nice, they're all so nice, question. They say question, oh, they don't question, they curse me out. That's how they question. Cursing me out. And my mom too. Not cursing, but she says that I'm descending into the abyss of insanity. My mama говорит, что я спускаюсь в бездну сумасшествия. This is insane. But living with my ex, that was sane. Это было нормально, даже с моей бывшей. In any case. So I think this is okay. We're gonna have some fish. And by the way, yesterday, the guy was here too. Even though that didn't work, she goes to this date yesterday, with this guy. I said, you didn't even let me speak to the guy. How do we know he's good for you? It's crazy.
And then I called him up, they spoke over the phone.
At least he was okay. I had a suspicion.
Yeah.
How did he react?
The guy?
Yeah.
He played it cool. He's like, oh, sure, I'll speak to him.
I mean, surprisingly, men kind of like,
Yeah.
I would just see more women than men. I see that women don't really embrace this. How many women have you seen not really feel good about this?
Many.
Many.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? And this has been happening with me for 2 years. Now, granted, I have not always lived with a woman and had other ones come, and it's not like something that I am concentrated on. But it happens, and then it becomes, and these women leave, You said, why did they all leave? Well, that, as I said to you, that was the main reason why they left. Because they don't get it. Now, I can ask you a question about your previous relationship, where you mentioned that the person, and again, if it's something that you don't want to discuss, I understand it. Maybe something that you feel is private, but I can just say that many times people are in a relationship where their partners are not honest. Когда партнеры себя ведут нечестно и изменяют друг другу, when they cheat on each other. So then that's quite common.
Right.
I think 80% of men, or 70 or 80, and that's statistic, by the way. The other 20, I think a lot of them just don't admit. That's a very difficult study to make. Because who's honest? How do you check for honesty? So I think it's underestimating the prevalence of cheating. So then how would you prefer for this to be? How do you prefer? Would you prefer, let's say if you had an option, you're meant to cheat on you behind your back, and it's a very annoying, versus have this lifestyle, where I heard that you're not even that against it either.
And now what?
You're not that against it.
To each his own. I mean, like, whatever works for someone. I think, like, the way I see it is like your life is given to you to live how you feel like living it. You know, I mean, yeah, people are gonna have like things to say about it and question it and make you feel wrong for your own decisions, but at the end of the day, it's your life.
But how do you know if you're living it the right way? And what is the right way?
What is the right way? What's the wrong way?
You have to experiment.
I think the wrong way is when you lie. When not you, but when a person lies to his or her partner, that's wrong. To me, that's wrong.
Well, I think lying in general is not a good thing.
I think so too. And this thing, I recorded something and I didn't even record today. That's very annoying. I'm annoyed at the camera. I recorded some beautiful movie today, but I have to re-record it tomorrow. I didn't record it. Yeah, see, I think lying is bad. It's unethical. Have you ever had a chance? There's a book called Ethical Slut. Have you ever come across that book?
No, I haven't.
You should read it. You're way overdue. It says everything you say.
Really?
Or when I read that book, it's one of the few books where I read
love
stuff.
to read. Right now, the book I picked up today, I started reading today, was Why Men Love Bitches.
Oh, he told me
You
about
have that book
Yeah.
too.
You have that book too?
You know, I find that book to be a little superficial.
Is it?
It's a little
I'm
superficial.
trying
It's
to-
a little-
I'm
it's a
trying
little,
to-
huh?
I'm
It's
trying to
dated
be
too.
Dated, yeah, it's like a woman
Yeah.
has to cook for her man. Like who cooks for? I mean, that's from 30, 40 years ago. But it has some good points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at my fish. This beautiful fish. Make it a little bit more palatable. Ooh. How do I do this? I hope you like. And by the way, can I offer you some wine? Just because I don't drink doesn't mean you can't. We have white wine. We have red wine.
I'm okay with water. I'm not a big
Maybe, I mean, with fish, I loved in the past, and still love. I just can't do it. Doesn't mean I don't love it. And you know what's so surprising about this alcohol nonsense? I learned a lot. And they say, people, when you ask a person, why do you drink? They say, oh, I love the taste of it, right? You hear that a lot. Bullshit.
Alcohol does not taste good.
It does not taste good at all.
Disgusting.
Ask kids, they tell you it's this beer.
It's disgusting.
The drinks, the reason why drinks are delicious, yeah, because they're sweet. And we make them, we have to dilute. Pure alcohol is disgusting. It's bitter. Look at the scotch. We learn. Like men have this weird, I love scotch, but it's disgusting. I grew to love it because of how it makes me feel. Oh, it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
It's not about the taste.
It's like
I like the,
euphoric feeling.
like in fact, exactly, euphoric, drunk. Euphoric, I like how you put euphoric, drunk feeling, you get drunk. Yeah, it is euphoric. But I remember, I love tomato juice. You should buy some tomato juice. Look at this fish, look at this fish. But when you know your Bloody Mary, right?
It's disgusting.
I hate Bloody Mary because I like tomato juice and it messes up my tomato juice. So I usually just don't mix it like that. You think this is gonna be enough for all of us?
I think so. I'm cutting back on my portions too, so.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I have some actually. Yeah, it should be good. Okay, watch. It's gonna be good stuff. And why did they play this music again? See, this is crazy music. So I appreciate the fact that we are
What's
all.
the name again that you said?
Wow, you're that
Ethical slut.
ethical slut. It's a fascinating book. If you don't, I'll send it to you if you can find. But do you have Kindle?
No.
What do you
Audible.
use? Huh?
Audible.
Same thing, right? It's like a platform where you get books.
Yeah.
Mm. Have you ever experienced living in an open relationship?
No.
Hmm. Interesting. So far, I'm curious. How do you see me and you? Do you see us having a future? Very simple question.
I see us as friends.
Now, I'm gonna say a joke. I see a joke. A joke. So you, because you don't find me attractive. What's the reason that you, do you find me attractive?
I do.
I like how you see, I wish people saw. So a woman look at you like that, and then when you answer, the eyes go sideways a little, but that's okay. We're not gonna pay attention to the eye movement. It's okay. I'm not gonna look either. I'm gonna be like you people, so I don't see, because it's glaring at me. I don't see nothing. This is what I'm talking about. It's crazy. If you see what I see, people just don't pay. You're so expressive. The way you said it. So you find me attractive, and I find you attractive. So we find each other attractive, or how they say we have a mutual attraction.
Right.
So that's there. So what's then what is missing? Is it my lack of education? I can get a little more education to read another book or two. I'm reading anyway. You
I
tell
mean,
me.
I don't know. I mean, to me, it's like I can't predict the future, so I don't know, what it holds. I mean, you get
You
to
can
know
ask me.
somebody.
I predict.
And,
This is my thing. I predict.
Okay, so where do you see us?
Well, hold on. I'll get there. I mean, I'll take my turn. But
Predict.
obviously, no one can really reliably.
Right. Tell.
No one can say what the future holds because we don't know future. That's what makes it so beautiful. Because we are obviously the best prophets in the world. People don't get it. People say, oh, prophet made a mistake. Prophet. Even the word like that, people don't believe it exists. It exists. Есть пророки в своем отечестве. Prophets exist. We all are prophets. We predict what will happen tomorrow to the best of our knowledge. I mean, we just don't want to say it like that, but we do. So do you think prophets don't make mistakes? Of course they do. As I said to you, I say this every day. I could see the future. And it will be, if, let's say in this case, you or whoever I'm with, I'm not going to mess up his part. Because if you start messing up, I can't vouch for you doing the right thing. But if you do the right thing, I can predict what will happen. Now, so I'm curious as to why you only see us. So you mean friends and nothing else?
I don't know.
Whoa.
I don't know.
But you said I see us as friends. That's a given. We are very,
Right.
we have a lot in common. Even if we didn't have sexual attraction, which we do have, you said. I want to make sure. What we got. So anyway, so we have a lot of, the way we are, we understand each other in ways that very few people do. You see, I know the person, how long we know each other?
How long?
Like an hour. I have met you an hour ago, but we spoke for another hour on the phone. Я знаю человека час. See, people say, oh, I don't know you. You don't need to know.
You get to know.
You get to know sometimes in a minute. And in a minute, you can develop trust like you don't develop in decades of living, and then a person cheats and leaves and destroys you, and you thought you knew, but you didn't know. Sometimes the stranger will stretch his hand and help you. A perfect stranger will save your life. And the guy who you think is your guy will
flake on you within seconds.
Exactly.
Huh?
Will flake on you within seconds.
And the guy who so women say, oh, I don't know you. Do you need to know? To know. So that's my question. So friends you see as B. Anything else?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
But okay, but to the best of your, if you were to make an educated guess, what do you see? I mean, again, because you know what, you do see. It's just
With knowing what
you
you
just
know
be.
now.
So for example, let's simplify stuff. Will we be lovers?
I don't know.
Love it. Love it. There's the joke. You know how the joke goes? The joke goes like this. So it's a difference between a, hold on, I'm going to put 27. It makes it 20. So the difference between a diplomat and a woman. So the diplomat, when he says yes, it means maybe. If he says maybe, it means no. And if he says no, then he's not a diplomat. The woman is opposite. If she says no, that means maybe. If she says maybe, that means yes. And if she says yes, she's not a woman. It's crazy like that. If you think about it, women are programmed to say no, or at least maybe, at most maybe. But so you're not sure about if we're gonna have intimate friendship.
I don't know.
Okay, so but we have attraction. So what do you think may prevent us from having that?
I don't know. I don't really think that there's anything really preventing it.
So then
It's more about time, really.
I did not put time limits or time constraints. It's
No, I
whenever
know.
it's
I know.
whenever I'm ready.
But that's how I am answering it with time constraints.
Oh, but if we remove time from the equation, at some point in
At
the
some
future,
point, yeah.
also you see us being intimate.
So,
You see how weird it is to say yes to something like that? And I go on the beach and I say to women, do you like me? And they go, like how? I said, like a person? I said, no, like an animal. Yeah, like a man. Like sexually, do you find me attractive? That's after we talk for 20 minutes. And they say, no. Ah, no? That's why you've been talking to me for 20 minutes. That's why you're flirting with me like this and looking at me all over and you're undressing me with your eyes and all this is happening and you can't say yes anyway, even if you did. And you do, but you can't say yes because that's against the rules. It's because you're not a diplomat. I'm sorry, whatever, you're not a woman. You're not a diplomat. It's complicated, so you can't say yes. So this question is a ridiculous question because you can never get a yes. So I guess we'll see.
we'll see.
And then my friends tell me, you ask women like that, and it takes fun away.
What takes fun away?
Like if, for example, I told her the story. I have a friend of mine. One of the ladies that I had the honor of living with for a week. She came from, and this is another thing, people come, the tourists from Russia, the tourists from Russia, or from other countries like Canada, I mentioned to you, I think the Canadian Claudia. By the way, if Claudia is gonna see this, beautiful, beautiful lady. She lives in Montreal, very nice person. Have a lot of respect for her. But, so there was one lady, Sophia, a lot of respect for her too. And she told me, and it's the only one who was that bold. She came to me, she's like this tall, she's a ballerina, former ballerina. Now she's in police, she's a police major and does other things that are like not to be discussed in the cameras. Hardcore woman, like this tall, small little creature. But she orders, she doesn't ask. So she came to me when we were, she told me, you're gonna meet me in the airport. I'd like for you to meet me. You meet me in the airport, and see, powerful women. You mention them, things start falling. The sacred things too into the cellar. So she goes, you're gonna meet me. I said, whoa, take it easy. I want to see, because it's Miami, it's far. But it so happened that the way she said it was defined. And then the next day when she came to me and said, you are sleeping with me tonight. I'm like, oh, okay, take it easy. And it happened like that for a week. So, but that kind of was like, it's unusual, and I felt threatened,
You felt threatened.
intimidated
Told what to
by
do.
this little creature. And she didn't even, like, she just said, you sleeping with me? And she walked away, like, it was like a casual, like, oh, by the way, there we go, like, oh, this is here, and then she's walking, like, oh, by the way. just so you know. And I was playing piano. I'm like, whoa, okay. I never forget that because that was unusual. Having said that, how is your experience on Bumble in general? Hmm? What is a normal thing? I'm curious because I'm not a woman. I don't know how this, because I see how she acts on Bumble.
What's your experience on Bumble?
This is her experience.
A few guys.
This is all Bumble, by the way. Bumble, we like you, we respect you because we're having all fun because of you, Bumble. So this is a commercial for Bumble. Bumble works. People, sign up. You meet each other. Come to me. We're gonna all meet through Bumble. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. Get carried away.
I haven't had chemistry with the men that I've met.
I'm sorry. What was it? What was with the chemistry?
I haven't had chemistry with the men that I met.
With that Bumble?
Yeah. And then the ones that I felt something for, they weren't interested in me because they never reached out again. Yeah,
But you see, again, you have to be careful because if you have a rare automobile, this is why I like analogies. Imagine you have a very rare custom-made Bentley, and you need certain parts that are rare, very rare, because it's a customized. Like you are customized, and you, by the way, both of you are very customized creatures. So you need a part that will be compatible. That's a very rare part. So you got to go through many parts because they all look the same, and they all labeled the same. They label men, but you need a specific part that would really, even for as a lover. I mean, we spoke about that.
Yeah.
It's complex to find a good lover. Even I don't know how have you ever thought of? I was speaking today about this. It's a fascinating thing. Women end up not having sex for a long time.
Who did that? I was celibate for like a year and a half.
Why? I'm curious. And you being so open.
Yeah. Well, to me, it started with, getting into energies, and how when we have sex, our energies and just one, right?
Mm.
So I felt like, I have been very sexually active in my past, and, I've intertwined with a lot of people. Maybe I need to
Call it the right way. Exploring.
Exploring, right?
I love that. I spoke about this to my friend. By the way, sorry. He said I have a lady who I met. She's an explorer. Because I love that. I never thought of it that. Explore. And then we couldn't figure out how to say it in Russian. I can translate it. How do you say explorer in Russian? There's a word. I'll look it up. Like a Mariplavat. We have like the sea explorer, but not like a pure explorer. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's crazy. You got excited for me. So then a year and a half you took a break.
Right.
Sabbatical.
I took a break. I wanted to see like what I would feel like, what empowerment. Because everyone talks about like, oh, your celibacy, you're empowering
Bullshit.
yourself,
I'm sorry.
and
So
so on and
bullshit.
so far, and you feel and you have to whatever. Now, when you have sex and your heart gets involved, yeah, your mind gets clouded. You don't think how you're not as strong as because you're kind of thinking with your heart. But as far as like, I thought that maybe I would feel some kind of empowerment, some kind of something afterwards,
It's opposite of that. It's disempowering because now you can't even have sex. This is crazy shit. Now you can't even, it's like not eating. You say, let me see what, if I don't eat for a month, now you're gonna get a week. Do eat. Sex is a part, sorry.
Well,
It's
sex
a part
is
of,
sacred.
it's sacred, but it's also a function of our being. We do this like all animals. We're animals, by the way. You know that.
Right.
So let's not deviate from nature because it's natural to have sex. It's not natural to have it while lying or being lied to. That hurts. Or develop feelings for someone who you have no business developing serious attachment for future. You have to differentiate that. But to have a great lover who you are casual with is nothing wrong, as long as both of you are on the same page and understand. And also, I'll tell you this every day. Don't be cold and use. It's not a. Even when you play chess, there is a lot of interaction in chess because a person can be mean to you and do mean things, and you don't want to play with him anymore. And it happened to me. I'm a chess player. A person does mean things. You give him move back, and he doesn't give you move back. So like me and a guy, He gave me moves back. He even forgave me my loss. He says, you didn't lose. I didn't lose. But I gave him moves back. So he says it's a draw. So see how he was too friendly. I don't even get angry. I can't even play with him. He's too nice. Gotta get a little feisty. But I'm trying to say, so even in chess, you have to have respect. And this is a bit more deeper than chess. So even as a lover, I say this, I can't stress it enough. You need to find someone who's respectful, who's caring. Maybe not as your future husband, but as a person. Like, I hope I was caring and showed you that I have certain empathy for your situations that you've been experiencing. You've been very empathetic to me. We've been empathetic for a month. That's all I'm saying. But when you approach it like she's had an experience here with my friend.
Like for the longest time, I misuse sex. I would use it as a drug, like to fill a void. And now I'm learning to approach it lightheartedly. Like, I'm learning to raise my standards with the people that I even just have sex with. Like, not just, everyone sleeps together and then disappears, connect,
Like you
call
said,
each other.
what did you say? Ghosted. Well, she got ghosted too.
Yeah. And
Now,
and
did you know you were gonna get? I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
no.
Go ahead.
And then if I'm stuck in that, I'll just continue repeating that. I'd have to approach it differently. I'd have to, and it's not so much for me to just stop having sex altogether, but just practice putting my foot down. Like if I
Say no.
Yeah, not give in to.
If a person doesn't want to use a condom, say no.
Yeah.
You need to use. These are things that are very technical, but they're important. People get pregnant unintentionally. Happens. Half of my kids are like that, but I meant for them to be. I mean, I'm happy. I wanted more, and I'll have more. But my point is, sometimes it happens when you don't want a baby with a particular person, and then whatever. I'm just saying. So you see, you were ghosted just now. Ain't nobody ghosting me. Because I see. I'll make a person flip out before they ghost me. And if they ghost me, they're gone. And I expect to be ghosted because a bunch of ghosts. Ghosts. My friends ghost me. Never mind, even men. It's crazy. So then how do you find the person? How do you check? Because you see what men do. This is a crazy thing. I was saying this to my friend in Russia, who I had a very close relationship. She was into my grandpa and me at the same time. But I said, I can't cheat on my grandpa with you. He was here, my grandpa. Did I breathe? Right? She goes, but come on, grandpa is 90. I mean, he's a little older, but he goes, I don't see anything with him like she see anything with me, but still, I respect that. She's a very nice woman. See, so I was speaking to her today, and see, men, what we want is opposite of what you want. We want to have a lot of sex with, and that has hopefully no attachment.
Yeah.
Reckless. Well, but you can't sign up for that, so we have to trick you and say, maybe we'll see, like some people say, and then you want to have sex too, then you try to trick yourself into thinking there's gonna be something, but will it be something? That's what I was asking you.
Again, we go into things with expectations, but we're more part of them with disappointments too.
I think I don't want to bore people here, you see, but I think we've touched on very important issues. Мы затронули важные темы. We didn't translate much. Мы не переводили много, but that's a lot. So people who didn't get it, tough luck for you. Learn English. Now, best of, how do I say this? Best wishes. Вам хороших пожеланий на сегодня, for tonight and for tomorrow, and for in general. Love each other. Respect each other. Уважайте друг друга. That's part of my formula, by the way. My Формула Любви. Respect. Cherish. Be compassionate. Like you said today, right? Be there for someone. Care. Заботьтесь друг о друге. Реально. Не просто так. And love. At least a little bit. Все, мы прощаемся.